Okay, so Israel has moved to recognize Somaliland as a state, right? It's supposedly the 55th state in Africa, right? A couple things strike me. People are picking and choosing who they want to support in terms of self-determination, right? Like Somali, they will support Palestine, free Palestine, everything. Yeah, yeah, it's a good cause. They support their right to self-determination. Why don't you support Somaliland's right to self-determination? I don't understand. You know what I mean? Because before Somalia was even created as a state, it was Italian Somaliland, and you had British Somaliland, which is Somaliland, and Italian Somaliland became Somalia. British Somaliland joined Somalia, formerly Italian Somaliland. But when they saw how things was going, they said, cool, we're cutting out. We don't want to be a part of this no more. So then they broke away. You get me? Now, if they want to break away, why can't you support them in doing so? Because from what I'm hearing, they're a different clan to the rest of Somalia anyway. And apparently they've even been a little genocidal thing going on there, within Somalia. So, you know what I mean? I'm just asking, yeah, I'm just asking, no disrespect. I'm just asking, why do you support self-determination of Palestinians, but you don't support self-determination of the people of Somaliland, right? And it's the same with, like, I heard Nigel Farage is also saying, like, yeah, Somaliland should get that status of being an independent state and stuff like that. Again, like, you're supporting Somaliland, but then you don't want to support Palestinians. People are just picking and choosing and being, it's just a lot of hypocrisy I'm seeing going on. You know what I mean? And then obviously there's fears that, it could cause other breakaway states or other breakaway regions or provinces in other African countries, further destabilizing African countries. Like, for example, in Cameroon, you have Ambazonia, which is the English-speaking part of Cameroon that wants to break away from the French-speaking part. In Nigeria, you have Biafra. Like, there's so many places where, countries like, existing countries could be destabilized and could be split apart because one side wants to break away and do their own thing. You get me? Now, I also see, Israel has been very cunning, they're being very smart, they're being very strategic, because Israel don't give two shits about Somaliland's, stability and all this kind of thing. They're looking at it like, yo, they got a nice location, sweet location. They're right on the Red Sea. We can control the, shipping in the Red Sea. You know what I mean? The Houthis are just over there. We can tap them easily. We can set up our own military base and presence in Somaliland. That's how they're looking at it. You know what I mean? They're looking at it strategically. They don't care about Somaliland like that. You know what I mean? They're looking at it because of the location. And like I saw a Somalilander say, yeah, it's sad that for them to get recognition, they have to